Hello and welcome everyone to the next installment of my theology playlist. I have been working on this for a little bit. I'm trying to basically upload a few videos on this topic, and I thought this would be an excellent way to help organize my roadmap in helping to um, go into the understanding of this. Um, so this is the Christian faith, and as you can see, there are doctrines that will really help to expound what it is to be a Christian. Now, you can't really see this little short handwriting, or tiny handwriting, I should say, but really, I thought it was helpful. And so this is the I'm looking at it on my other screen, the Christian faith. I figure let's start with the doctrine of the triune God. So if we look at it here, we see doctrine of the triune God, which includes God's existence, the divine names, God's attributes, the Trinity, the divine decrees. And so basically what God's existence is it's the doctrine of God's existence. It describes who and what he is in himself and how his being can be made known to us. This is according to, again, I'm using different source materials throughout this exposition. This is in the Lexham Survey of Theology, um, edited by a cool guy named Mark Ward. He's obviously, I got to meet him this past year, and he's pretty cool. But the Bible nowhere attempts to prove the existence of God, but it simply assumes it. So that's something to bear in mind whenever we're looking at this. Again, specifically on the doctrine of the triune God, we'll learn, all of these are, but I wanted to focus a little bit on each one of these and go through all of them. And if people like it, I'll keep doing it. If people don't like it, I will stop. But either way, I think it would be a cool thing to go into. So let's start off with the God's existence piece of this. So let me just get into my notes. And so we're in God's existence. There are four primary approaches to demonstrating that God exists. Okay. There is one, which is the a posteriori demonstration. This means inferring from observed realities the existence of an unobserved cause of these realities, i.e., inferring the cause from observation of the same sort. So examples of this, to put it in more layman terms, includes the five ways of Thomas Aquinas, various forms of the cosmological argument, the argument from objective morality. Augustine has an argument from the existence of objective truth, and among others, there's an argument from design or order, which is to be distinguished from Augustine's theological argument. Now, I'm not going to do a huge expose on Augustine's arguments or any of these, but at the very least, I could kind of help give a brief kind of synopsis of what these are trying to convey. Again, these are all proofs or one approach to helping to establish the existence of for the existence of God. So in the five ways, Aquinas begins with observations about reality. Things change. We observe a series of efficient causality. We observe contingent beings. There are gradations of goodness, truth, and justice, and we observe that the things naturally tend towards an end, and infers from these observations the existence of what everyone calls God. God is then the unmoved mover, the uncaused first efficient cause, a necessary being, an ultimate goodness, truth, and justice, and an intelligent being which directs everything to its natural end, or telos. Again, that is Augustine's approach to establishing the existence of God. Again, in this kind of approach in the a posterior, the Kalam cosmological argument, it was first articulated by Muslim philosophers, excuse me, and now is mostly associated with Dr. William Lane Craig, which states that one, anything that begins to exist has a cause other than itself. Two, the universe began to exist. Therefore, three, the universe has a cause other than itself. And so this is just a logical proof. The most popular a posterior demonstration for the existence of God, which is found in almost every patristic, medieval, and Reformation theologian, and even in the New Testament, in Paul's sermon in Acts 14:15 through 17, it's still used today, is the argument from design and order. The argument states that one, the universe appears to be ordered or designed. Two, if something is ordered or designed, then it is made thus by a designer who is other than the ordered or designed thing. Therefore, three, the universe is ordered or designed by a designer who is other than the universe. Again, these are syllogisms. These are logical proofs that help to provide a basis for the existence of God. This is one approach towards reaching and establishing, as we see right here, for God's existence. There are others. There are a priori demonstrations of demonstrating the idea of God, that he exists. In this one, the most kind of well-known one is the ontological argument, which was, I believe, founded by Anselm and refined a little bit more with Rene Descartes and some of Alvin planting it to help make it even a little bit better and keep it in the forefront. So basically, the argument states by defining God as a being than which nothing greater can be conceived. So God is this being that nothing greater can be conceived of. And so Anselm continues by proposing that the real existence is greater than existing only in the mind. So if we think of this being as being the greatest possible thing ever conceived, what's greater than that? Something that exists in real life. So that is God. And so it's possible to conceive of God as existing independently of created intellects. Thus, God does indeed exist independent of created minds. That's establishing an existence for God. There are also two more other approaches. This is called the reductio ad absurdum arguments. It infers the existence of God by arguing that if God did not exist, then certain other things such as reason, art, logic, conscience, appreciation of beauty, and the recognition of evil could also not exist. Some examples of this were probably arguments made by G.K. Chesterton and the argument from conscience by John Rene Newman. Now, finally, there is this argument to the best explanation. It provides several arguments which do not demonstrate that God exists, but which lead one to believe that it is more probable than not that God exists. So this is this is a way of demonstrating God's existence through probability. And so the person who probably is best known for this is probably C.S. Lewis from Joy or from Beauty. And there's this guy named Francis Turretin who has an argument from the religious experience of humanity. So this is the kind of the foray into the doctrine of the triune God. Again, I'm going to try and go through all of these and see if we like it. And, let me know what you think in the comments. Give it a like, subscribe. I hope this isn't too overwhelming. Yeah, so but I just wanted to start this off because I like to talk about this. I love, honestly, the when I learned about this a couple of years ago, the philosophical arguments, this a posterior arguments. So the Kalam cosmological argument, the Thomas Aquinas's five ways. Those to me just are so fascinating. You can go down a whole rabbit hole. And so I hope this blesses you. And I'm going to again stop it here because I don't want to make this too long, but I will see you in the next video. Thank you.